and Automation Sorcery, and we are going to be talking about AI automations every Thursday at 1 o'clock Eastern Time live on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, etc. So just head to our Facebook RSVP and join the session. If you're here live right now, please join on the bottom right. You're going to see a little chat button if you have any questions, thoughts, or ideas. But today we're going to dive right in. This is for the Ops Nerd newsletter, and today we're going to be talking about a very specific problem. So like a lot of bars and restaurants, if we haven't met, my name is Jason Littrell. I'm operations management consultant based here in New York City, and I help bars around the world with their staffing service and all kinds of other problems. So what I'm doing right now is I'm building a whole automation suite that's for service and hospitality brands. And what that does is it helps you like retain your staff, find great staff, and then automates most of the process of making sure that everybody's really happy and loves their job. So creating tons of feedback loops between customers, staff, and management, and even including suppliers. So without further ado, I'm going to go into a workflow that I really like. That this helps me with my social media posting. Now, if you're a bar or you're a restaurant and you are having a difficult time posting consistent content, let's get a couple things straight. First of all, is your engagement rate is going to be relatively low. So don't put so much pressure on yourself. Not a lot of people are necessarily going to see it unless you're starting to repurpose it and use it for other things and repeat it. So for instance, Instagram has around a 3%, around a 3 to 4% engagement rate. That means that 4 out of 100 people are actually going to see the content that you put up there. So don't beat yourself up if you're not getting a lot of eyeballs on it. So the way to game that and get past that is to consistently put new content out pretty regularly. And you can use the same content because again, 3 out of 100 is not a lot of people. So what's likely to happen is that nobody's ever even going to see it. So I'm not deluding myself that a lot of people are going to see it, but what's going to happen is I'm going to take this video of me recording, I'm going to put it up on YouTube, and I'm going to chop it up in a couple minutes. You're going to see exactly how I do that. I'm going to chop it up, and then I'm going to put it into a bunch of other different platforms. So we're using the same work, adding a little bit of extra time, but reusing that content again and again and again. And so I'm going to show you exactly how to do that. So so every day I make a video documenting how I'm building my business and the stuff that I'm doing. This is part of the process, and I have this in my calendar that this is just one of the things I do every week. Additionally, in my calendar is something that I do every morning, which is to make a quick YouTube video, and it's just narrating what's going on in my business. So this is just top of mind stuff, things I'm thinking about while I'm making my coffee in the morning, that kind of stuff. So this morning I recorded number 17. That's almost 17 days in a row consecutively, including weekends, because I'm absolutely obsessed with the stuff that I'm building. But I take that video, and now I know that only a couple of people are actually going to see the video. In fact, we're all looking at the numbers right now. So the biggest one that I got was 17 views, right? So that's kind of a little discouraging, right? But let me just show you exactly what you can do with it. So rather than, YouTube is the world's second or third biggest search engine. It's like Google, Amazon, YouTube, and everybody else. And so YouTube is a big search engine. So I want to use this for search engine optimization. And you're going to see that I stack it with all kinds of keywords and stuff like that, because I want to be what's known as being discoverable. And so when I consistently post and put the keywords on there, I'm positioning myself as an expert in this space, and it seems to be working. My phone's really ringing, so thanks, guys. So I'm going to keep going because this kind of work compounds. So yes, I'm not getting a lot of views right now. It doesn't really, that's not why I do it really. It's kind of to clear my head and to kind of document my process, to possibly help other people for when I am successful. And so like what I'm doing is I'm just kind of documenting with a 5 to 10 minute video every day, but I'm going to show you how I process it right now. So here's YouTube, here's the video. This is just literally me talking into my phone, and I have a Rode Wireless Go mics, and that tells me, or that improves the audio. So that way down the road, if I'm feeling ambitious, I can turn that into a podcast or whatever. Okay, so the next thing I do is I'm going to take the link from YouTube, get the shareable link, copy, and I'm going to head over to Cast Magic. Cast Magic is a deal that I got in AppSumo, and basically it just reads video and audio, and then it runs it through a bunch of automations. So I'm just going to go ahead and check the link right there. I'm going to hit submit. And I've trained it into several different kind of buckets of information. So like if I see something that I really like on Instagram, for instance, or if I see something I really like on YouTube that is really informative, I'll grab the link and then put it into a knowledge base. And so the knowledge base is it's trained to give me certain answers based on that video. Some people do like really awful things, like they copy content or have it spin out content to tell like it's basically plagiarism. But we're not doing that here. So what we're doing is we're putting the YouTube link in, and then what the software is doing is it's digging through, transcribing, and learning what I'm talking about. So it's going through all that right now. So I published the video as unpublished, and then it'll say it's ready for me now. So it's going to assign the I'm going to assign the speaker as being myself, and yeah, so this is the one I recorded this morning, and we're going to publish it in just a few minutes. So I'm just going to just mention this. So it already knows how to spell my name because I've done this before. So this is called, like, you train it over time, and it starts to kind of understand. For some reason, it thinks I'm more than one speaker. So I'm just going to go over here and assign myself. Okay. Now we're going to go into AI content. So it's digesting all this content. Oh, for crying out loud. It doesn't usually do this. Okay. All right. It's me still, I promise. All right. So that should be it. All right. And now it's going to take a second to digest the content. And then it's going to kind of give me all these different things. So it's going to say it's a YouTube description, titles, if I wanted them, timestamps, overview, clip finders, and quotes. And then keywords. And then this writes a newsletter if I want to blast out just this. But if you're looking for newsletters, I put all this stuff. I put 3 things into a newsletter every Monday. It's called Ops Nerd. Go ahead to OPSNERD, opsnerd.com. The reason I spelled that out is because I wanted the AI to pick it up. And then so this is all the keywords and topics and bullets. And I can repurpose this content for a million other things now. So it's a blog post, it's a newsletter, it's a tweet thread, it's all kinds of stuff. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to copy this description and then plug it in here. So I'm going to edit this post right here. And this is me talking. I'm just going to double click that, copy and paste, make some little spaces because I'm a monster. And then it just tells you exactly what I talk about in this video, the one that I recorded this morning. So I'm going to go further than that. And then I'm going to take some more content that I don't need the titles because I like the really simple titles, even though that's probably not very good for me. In fact, maybe I shouldn't do that. So let's pick out a title. If I had my name in the title, it would probably be better for SEO. If I had like restaurant bar consultant, industry expert, if I had that stuff in the title, it would probably be better for SEO. But I'm going to go ahead and skip that for now. And so I'm going to take these, the stuff that is given me, and I'm going to turn it into time-stamped quotes. So in case people want to see when I said that, so they don't have to sit through the entire video, then they can do that. So this is really fancy stuff. And then YouTube will actually turn these into links. And so my name is being repeated in the context of being an expert in this space, which I am. So that's a good thing. But this is kind of the game you have to play if you're a consultant now, because if you're not doing that, then you're not going to get the word out. So all right. So I'm going to put in some keywords here just to be quickly. Just to throw it out there. So these are just like keywords that we're looking for. And I'm going to go ahead and try to throw this again. There's another set of keywords down here. Sometimes this is a hit miss, sometimes it's a hit. But I'm just going to make some quick little settings here, put this onto a playlist. And I'm going to say, nope, I'm not an AI, although I don't know how it defines it because I am editing with AI. So, okay, great. So that was a good copy and paste. And these are going to be keywords and search terms and stuff like that. Again, YouTube is a huge search engine. So I'm not really sure how much this matters, but this was recorded today, and it was recorded in New York yesterday. If you're seeing the replay, I use a software called OneStream, and it pretends like I am doing this live, although it is recorded. So this is recorded at 1:15 on May 23rd, 2024. So people in blogs, okay, yeah. Again, I'm not trying to be YouTube famous here. I'm trying to game the search engine results. So I'm going to set this to go as live, and then voila, there it is. Okay, so now the content is live. So now what do we do, right? So let's just go ahead and check this out real quick just to see how it looks. So this has just gone live on YouTube, and there it is, the logo. And I'm just going to go zip fast forward here. Great. Okay, great. Everything looks great. And then I'm going to go ahead and grab this link again right here, the same YouTube link, and I'm going to throw this into Opus Clip. So Opus Clip is an AI automation software that does video editing for this type of content. So it's going to take a second to digest this, and then you'll see kind of some magical stuff happening. So I'm going to put it into a template that I've already created that has the right colors. It's unbranded, so it doesn't have all the stuff on it. And then I'll show you what to do after that. So these settings look good, and I'm gonna get the clips, and it's gonna take about maybe 2 or 3 minutes to dig through this 10-minute video. Depends on the congestion. It says 16 minutes, but it's already 20% there, so I don't think it's gonna take that long. But the idea is just remember, like, this is, if you were a bar or restaurant, this could be a video of you interviewing a staff member, or it could be a video of you talking about a certain fixture that you inherited from the previous owner, or the bread that or talking about the bread that you use for your sandwiches. All this stuff is like, it seems negligible, it seems stupid, but there are a lot of people that make their entire focus of content around just the minutia and stuff, like the inspiration for a dish, talking to one of your suppliers, talking about an event that you have coming up. This is the kind of stuff that's really sticky, and this is the kind of stuff that's really, really important. So don't underestimate the value of this stuff because it's super, super important. So this is going to take a couple minutes. I'm going to kind of chill out for a second. But while we're waiting for that, I just want to talk through the next couple of steps. So the next step is you would put this onto you would get the chopped up videos that are between 1 and 3 minutes long, like really snackable content, and then AI again is going to go read through your entire thing and then decide what has a good hook. It'll put captions on it so it's easy to read, even if there's no volume on. And then it'll give you some caption options so that you can put that on there. So once you take those videos, you put them up here into your media library, or you can have it set up your own content right here, and that's how you are able to turn that 10-minute video that lives once on YouTube into content that you can use again and again and again. So, all right, that's going to take a little while, but so this is a piece of software I've used called Repurpose, although I am transitioning over to Make.com. Make.com, if you're not familiar with it, is it's like an API connector. So that means that's just kind of how computers talk to each other. So this is called middleware, and this is how you can get, like, let's say you want let's say you want your YouTube to talk to Instagram, for instance. And so, like, this is when you can say, like, every time I publish to YouTube, I want it to publish directly to Instagram or to Facebook or whatever it is. And that's usually with something like this, which is the other brands of software like this are called like Zapier, or Pabbly is the one that I use a lot. It's really cheap ways to make stuff really fast. So if you don't want to do all that stuff, it's like basically kind of coding stuff. It's a little bit more advanced, but if you don't want to do that kind of stuff, then you use a piece of software called repurpose.io. It's like $20-25 a month. And then every time you publish a piece of content on one platform, it'll publish it to every other piece of platform. So the workflow that I've used for this, I'm not a current subscriber of Repurpose, but I used it for a long time and it was great. So every time I published on TikTok, which is the highest virality platform, Repurpose would scrub the watermark off of it. It would take the TikTok logo that bounces around, and then it would put an audio file in my Dropbox. It would repurpose that video onto Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube, and as a YouTube short. And so like I was getting the maximum value out of that thing. And also you could download it or put it in directly into, or you could put a copy directly into your Google Drive, and that would, and then you could actually repurpose from there to reschedule it into a scheduler. So the software that I use is called Kinetic Management Systems. It's actually my company. And this is all built on a platform called High Level. And so I automate just about everything that can be automated, like all the sales, marketing, operations. But now, like my latest obsession is in recruiting, onboarding, retention, and bridging the gap between managers and guests and staff, and helping people stay longer, because the actual cost of losing an employee, of recruiting and training an employee, is like $15,000. Also, an important thing to note is that the cost of getting sued is between is around $100,000 and $150,000. So the system that I'm building actually prevents all that. So this is kind of taking a while, but let's just go through this content real quick. I just want to show you that this is all search engine stuff. So all these terms right here, you notice how these are like clickable links, and it says nobody really knows what they're doing. That's true. That's true. That is super good wisdom there, buddy. Yeah, nobody knows what they're doing. And so like this is kind of how. So hopefully you can see the power of how important that is. And you know, I don't know if we're going to wait 6 minutes to do this. Maybe we'll continue this next week. But yeah, so this is the workflow. So just to go through it one more time, you start off with recording a video on YouTube. I use InShot to make a template to put bumpers on it, so that's my logo in the beginning and the end. Edit the music so it's a concise branded video, and then I'll upload that into YouTube unlisted. And then I will run that through Cast Magic right here, which will give me all the content that I need. And then I'll once I have the finished video with all the captions and stuff on it, then I'll run it through Opus Clip, which is what we're waiting on right now. And that's okay. It's taken 2 minutes, so it looks like we're gonna get through it this time. And then you'll see what happens is it gives you these videos that tell you what the engagement score is, if it's trending. And then puts it into these little encapsulated videos that look as if they were edited professionally. Now, you could go on Upwork or Fiverr and pay somebody for this, but most likely what's going to happen is that they will actually just use something like this and then charge you what their monthly subscription costs. Another piece of software that I've used for this is called Content Fries. And I got a lifetime license to that, but there's a ton of this stuff, software coming out right now. I mean, it seems like a new piece of software is coming out every day, and every time the language model gets updated, then it just everybody goes wild and puts out a new toy. So I happen to be a collector of these toys. I don't know if you can see this, but these are my latest toys that I have right now. It's a problem. I need to stop spending money on this stuff because these are tactical implementations when consultants typically have strategic problems. But thanks to coaching, I have a pretty specific direction right now, and I'm excited about it. But all right, we got a couple more seconds left of this actually processing the video, but I'm really excited to show you what it turns out. So this is like a 7 or 8 minute video that I recorded this morning. No, I'm sorry, 8 minute and 17-second video. This will probably yield about 7 or 8 videos of varying starts and stops, varying lengths, and you'll see how people are doing it. So there's a lot of influencers online, like Alex Hormozy, like he's like a business influencer that I like, and there's there's a bunch of them that you're going to start to see what this caption. It's taking a little longer than I thought it would. All right, here we go. All right, so here's all right, so this is me pitching, I guess. I guess that's what it read. But this is the engagement score of 99 out of 100. This is saying that based on all the other stuff that it sees, that this has a good hook, and it has got a good flow. It's good engagement, but it's not on trend. So this, you click here and it repeats the thing. But let me just show you something. So we're going to go ahead and edit this one. I don't know what this is going to look, what this is talking about, because I haven't read it yet. And all right, so there's some system updates. Let's see what it looks like just with nothing going on. Oh, okay. All right. So things just, I guess, are a little too slow. All right. So this is a live process, as you can see. Okay, so check that out. So like look at the aspect ratio right here. So this is like just on my face, just on my shoulders. And then this is the original video was this big wide one. So the AI it looked at the video and said we're going to add captions to it. I could have had it add branding, and it's going to narrow it down so that it's on a vertical 9:16 aspect ratio, which makes it easier to read for TikTok, Instagram, etc. So once I'm happy with this, I'm going to go ahead and clean this. I'm going to clean out all the ahs and ums and the filler removals that I say. And it's going to shorten up the video based on that. And then it's looking at all this other stuff. This is just so cool. So it's cleaned out all the ahs and ums and disfluencies, I think they're called. And I think it's going to generate some B-roll for us right here. I think that looks like some B-roll. So let's just see what that looks like. I'm going to just zoom ahead a little bit because, you know, less of me, the better. Look at that. Okay, so there's all right. So I think my internet might be a little slow, but you can see that it's adding B-roll. And, we'll see how this looks when I'm not like streaming live and all that stuff. But it's, you know, the technology is there enough that I'm okay with it. So this is a workflow that I think that you might be able to use. It's pretty simple, pretty straightforward. You know, you just have to be ready to put out stuff that kind of sucks. As you can see, I am not unwilling to do that. But for a shortened version of this, check out my newsletter at opsnerd.com and opt in, and you'll get a confirmation. And I will see you next week, Thursday at 1 o'clock Eastern time, to talk more about the three things, a strategy, a tool, and a system that can help you grow your spirits and hospitality business. See you next time. Thank you.